So good afternoon, everyone. So I would like to welcome you all to a live session from Let's Update Language Academy for OET Reading Module. So let's just wait for a few minutes for more people to join in, and then we'll start right away. So I can see a lot of you saying good afternoon and yes, hello, hi, Amel. So hello, Sandra. Hello, Atulia. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Priya. Hi, Tintu. So I can see a lot of you joining in. Good afternoon, Anjana. Good afternoon, Logeshwari. Yes, good afternoon, Princey. Okay, so we shall start the session right away. So let me introduce myself. I am Pooja Vijay Kumar, and I am here to give you an insight about OET Reading Module Part C today. And I would like to welcome you all to this live session from Let's Update Language Academy. So now, please feel free to put in your comments and your answers in the comment box in Facebook. Okay, so I shall definitely read out your names as when I see it. So yes, good afternoon, Abhinav. Yes. So now, so today we are going to do the discussion of part C. So as you can see, the reading subtest, I would just like to give you an introduction about the reading subtest for those of you who are going to attempt it for the first time. So the reading subtest, now that is divided into three sections, which is part A, B and C. Okay, and so talking about the number of questions, the whole section of the reading material consists of a total of 42 questions, and with part A containing 20 questions, part B containing 6 questions, and part C containing 16 questions. Okay, and The total time that is allotted to you to crack the test is 60 minutes. That's 1 hour, and which consists of 15 minutes for part A, and 45 minutes will be given for part B and C together. Okay, and talking about part C, which we are going to discuss today. So it will consist of 2 long text, and each text will be followed by 8 questions each, and the question type or the pattern will be 4 option multiple choice type. Okay, and there will be a total of 16 questions. Okay, and yes, and talking about OET reading module part C. So basically part C is about comprehending the main idea or purpose or opinions and attitude of the writer or the author or the narrator and other people quoted in the text. Okay, there might be opinions or attitudes of other people also mentioned, okay, in that particular text. Okay, and because those people might also have done research on the same topic, or they must have contributed something for the research. Okay, so there might be references to that also. So these are the information that will be included in the part C text. Okay, and you need to comprehend the main idea or purpose, and also you need to crack the attitude, like what is the attitude like of the writer when he is describing something or when he is narrating something. Okay, or you need to understand the opinions and attitude of other people quoted in the text. Okay, so that is what OET reading part module part C is about. Okay, so that is the type of content that you can expect from the part C extracts. Okay, so now we are going to discuss a material today. So last class we had discussed part C, the first text of part C, which is C1, and today we are going to discuss or conduct a reading module discussion of the text 2, which is C2 of the part C section. Okay, so so this is the reading extract, and it will be followed by a set of 8 questions. Okay, so now, so this is the reading extract and followed by 8 questions. So for your convenience, because you need to actually read the material, read the particular passage and also the question, you might need to do it at the same time. So for that, I have actually included the question after each paragraph for your convenience. Okay, I have restructured it. So anyway, so while you actually track part C, I just want to tell you that there is no one particular way to approach the reading module in OET, whether it's part A, B or C. Okay, there might be a lot of approaches available and that different people might choose to crack it. Okay, and so I'm just going to share a strategy which might be useful for you to crack part C. And so let's just start the discussion, and before that, just let me tell you that first, what do you need to do when you approach part C? The first thing that comes that you can do is, if there is a heading available, please go through the heading so that you know what the content is about. Okay, sometimes the part C contents might not be without a heading, then it's totally okay, but then if there is a heading, please go through it. Okay, and so that you know what the content is about. Okay, so and what you need to do next is that you need to go through the question first when you attempt part C, read the question and then read the material, okay, the paragraph in the material. Okay, so because when you read the question you will get an idea about what you need to find the answer to, okay, what is the information that you need to find. Okay, so you'll get an idea. So the purpose of reading each paragraph, the purpose would be to find the answer to the question that you have just read. Okay, so that is your purpose of reading each paragraph. Okay, so just make sure you do that. So now let's go through the first question of part C and then we'll try to find the answer to that question. Okay, so yes. Okay, so yes. So the question is, what does the author imply about the concept of Blue Monday? That is the question. What does the author imply about the concept of Blue Monday? Okay, so if you want, you can just go through the options, but that is not necessary. You can go through the text or the paragraph in question so that you can directly read it, understand it, and then come to a conclusion. Okay, so for your convenience, for reading or seeing both the paragraph and the question at the same time, I have just reconstructed or restructured the questions with the paragraph. Okay, so I have included each question just below each paragraph for your um, convenience. Okay, so now this is the paragraph. Usually the questions are constructed or in such a way that it will be in an order, like the first question will be from the first paragraph, second from the second paragraph, okay, third from the third or fourth paragraph, and the next one from the following paragraph, and so on. That will be the order usually in reading modules. Okay, so in part C basically. So now we have read the first question, so please go through the paragraph. That is the first paragraph and try to find the answer. And please let me know in the comment box what is your choice of answer. Okay, so this is the paragraph. So I'll just give you a minute to read the paragraph and then we'll discuss the answer. So I can see your responses in the comment box. So hi Shaheen, hi, good afternoon Meera, good afternoon Sherlin. Please feel free to put in your answers in the comment box. Please feel free to put in your answers in the comment section and Facebook. I shall read out your answers. For those of you who have joined in late, we are conducting the reading module discussion of part C, and this is the first question that we are going to discuss. So please read the paragraph and please answer the question below. Please put in your answers in the comment section. So good afternoon, Sherlyn. Yes, I can see answers coming in. So the question is, so what does the author imply about the concept of Blue Monday? Okay, so that is a question, and let's have a look at the passage. So waking up today on so-called Blue Monday, the most depressing day of the year, you may already be aware of the concept is based on a fraud. An almost deliciously spurious mathematical formula was dreamed up by a PR agency, given the veneer of academic rigor by attaching the name of a lecturer at a further education college, and a media phenomenon was born. More than a decade's worth of articles and social media memes have at turns reinforced and defied the Blue Monday myth, and it is often now held up as a case study of bad science. So that is our paragraph, and according to the author, what does he imply about the concept of Blue Monday? So when you go through it, what can you see? When you just start with the sentence, we waking up today and so-called, okay, Blue Monday, that concept is introduced in the first line, and it is actually described as the most depressing day of the year, and the author has said that you may already be aware of the concept is based on a fraud. Okay, that is the first thing that they're telling, and an almost deliciously spurious mathematical formula called Blue Monday, okay, that is implied, was dreamed up by a PR agency. Okay, so can you see any option or any answer that describes whatever we have just read? Any option that describes whatever we have just read? So the options that are coming in as answers are Akhilesh has replied A, or given the choice A as answer. Merlin has given B. Princey has replied A. Merlin has, yes, has given D as answer now. Yes. So now, any more answers? Please feel free to put in your answers based on whatever we have just read. Okay, so let me tell you the answer now. So the answer is indeed B. Congrats to those who of you have replied B as the answer, because let's highlight the sentence. An almost deliciously spurious mathematical formula. Okay, they are talking about the concept of Blue Monday there, and it was dreamed up by a PR agency. Okay, so I'll just highlight that sentence there, and because of which your answer would be B. So what do you mean by dreamed up? Dreamed up. Okay, basically dreamed up means to invent or devise something. Okay, and conceived also means the same. Conceived also means to create or devise something. So the meaning is the same, right? It was dreamed up or conceived by a PR agency. Okay, so that is your answer. Okay, so now moving to the next question. This is a question. What is the underlying purpose of Blue Monday? What is the underlying purpose of Blue Monday? That is a question. And these are the paragraphs in question. That is the paragraphs that you have to read in order to find the answer, the second and third paragraphs. Okay. So, yes, I'll give you a minute to read it yourselves and then we'll discuss it together. So, please feel free to put in your answers in the comment section. For those of you who have joined in late, we are currently in the middle of the reading module discussion of part C. And this is the second question for which you have to find the answer to in the paragraphs that are displayed there. Okay, so I can see answers coming in. Yeah, let's have a look at the paragraph. So It is, of course, laughable to have a formula where W stands for weather and days, since Christmas is raised to the power of Q. The days since we quit our New Year resolutions, but the driver behind this mockable maths is a much more sinister lie, one from which many struggle to escape 365 days of the year. Blue Monday was originally invented for an advertising campaign for sky travel. Its sole purpose was to sell holidays with the false promise that spending money would raise flagrant spirits. Blue Monday has now been used to sell everything from flowers to Ferraris, takeaways to airport parking. Beat Blue Monday, they tell us. Yes, laughing unknowingly at the fact that it's made up by something new today. So these are the paragraphs. Okay, yeah. So now let's read the question once again. What is the underlying purpose of Blue Monday? And so, what do you think the answer is? I can see the answers coming in. So, Jinsu Jomon has replied D as answer, or Gina Shiju has put in D, Sandra has put in B, Logeshwari has put in B, Princey Dennis has put in B, Logeshwari, yeah, has put in, yeah, fine, and Shija has put in B, Merlin LC Augustine has put in A, Atulya has put in A, yes, and Sandra has put in A. Yes. So Anjali Sanish has put in C as the answer. Okay. So now, yes. So here the question is about the underlying purpose of Blue Monday. Okay. So as described in the text. So when you have a look at this paragraph, um, there is nothing written about the purpose or the aim, okay, or the intention of Blue Monday, okay. But when we have a look at this paragraph, that is Blue Monday, that is the second paragraph that is following. So what is it describing? Blue Monday was originally invented for an advertising campaign for sky travel. Its sole purpose was to sell holidays with the false promise that spending money would raise flagging spirits, right? So there we have the answer, the purpose. The purpose is mentioned there, and the question was, what is the purpose, right? So I'll just highlight the sentence here, which is the answer. Its sole purpose was to sell holidays with the false promise that the spending money would raise the spirits, right? So yes, so the answer is C, to make people buy things under the pretense of feeling happier. Not sell things, it's to buy things, right? Spending money to buy things. Okay, so the answer is option. Okay, so now, congrats to all those who have replied the correct answer, which is option C. Okay, so now moving to the next question, question number 3. On Blue Monday, advertisers, and let's have a look at the paragraph. This is the paragraph in question. Let's read the options also. Take advantage. Option A is take advantage of people's unhappiness. Option B is convince people that their supposed unhappiness will disappear with shopping. Option C is try to sell as much as possible. And option D, convince people that as many receipts as possible will make them happy. So these are the options. So please have a look at the paragraph, read the paragraph. I'll give you 1 minute, and then let's discuss the answer. Please feel free to put in your answers in the comment section. Okay, so now let's read the paragraph together. So we are told every day by advertisers that buying stuff will make us happy. A new pair of shoes will help us to feel better after a breakup. New beauty products will give us a sense that we are worth it. A bigger car will give us social status, and new toys will make the children happy. Even loans are sold this way. One payday lender is currently running a campaign with a smiling woman and snuggling a mug of tea and feeling happy thanks to a 1200% APR loan. An implausible scenario if ever there was one. So it's no wonder that on Blue Monday, the day our anxieties and misery are supposed to peak, the advertisers scream that the path out of unhappiness is paved with till receipt. So this is a paragraph. Now let's read the question again on Blue Monday advertisers. Okay, so the question is on Blue Monday, or the concept of Blue Monday, or what happens? Advertisers. So you need to complete the sentence. Okay, so what are they talking about? The advertisers. So the mentioning of advertisers is clearly given in one sentence. So just look through the sentence and please put in your answers. Yes, I can see a lot of answers coming in. Jinsu Jomun has put in A as answer. Logeshwari has put in D. Karma has put in B, and Princey has put in A. Akhilesh has Anjali Sanesh has put in C. Gina Shiju has put in C. Okay, so yeah, please put in your answers in the comment section. Okay, so yes, and the answer will be option B. Convince people that their supposed unhappiness will disappear with shopping. Okay, so what are the advertisers telling, or what are they doing? Okay, that is a question. So here in the very first sentence, um, they have implied that we are told every day by advertisers that buying stuff will make us happy. Okay, so basically they are hinting that advertisers are actually telling us, or we are told every day by advertisers that buying stuff will make us happy. Okay, so I'll just highlight the sentence. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, and congrats to all those who've answered the correct answer. Okay, so here also they have towards the end of the passage also they have hinted that they are that is, the advertisers are screaming, or they are supposedly saying that the anxieties and misery of people will also disappear, or that will also um, pay way to, or that will disappear, and they will be much happier. That is what they are hinting towards the end of the paragraph also. And now, so let's move to the next question. Please read the question. What are the consequences of Blue Monday for people who suffer from anxiety? And then please read the paragraph to find the answer to this question. What are the consequences of Blue Monday for people who suffer from anxiety? Please feel free to put in your answers in the comment section. Okay, so now let's read the paragraph together. Sometimes the harm this causes is relatively trivial. Overconsumption of stuff we don't need. A bit less money in the bank, a wardrobe that won't close because we are not very good at throwing away our throwaway fashion buys, but the harm can be deadly serious for people struggling with mental health problems. Imagine it, your mood is low. You find yourself crippled by anxiety. You feel like a failure, a burden on your family and friends. This is a moment when a lifetime of being told that stuff will make you feel better takes its toll. In desperation, 9 in 10 people with mental health problems find themselves spending more when they are feeling unwell. So, according to this paragraph, what do you think the answer is for the question? What are the consequences of Blue Monday for people who suffer from anxiety? So, what do you think is the most appropriate answer for this question? Okay, so I can see your answers in the comment section. So Divya Sunil has put in D as the answer. Jensu Joman has put in B. Durga Rani has put in D as the answer. Gina Shiju has put in B as the answer. Okay, and then Amal has put in C and Kama has put in C as the answer. Neetu Jose has put in D as the answer. All right, so I'm going to reveal the answer. The answer is D. So they spent more money. So those of you have put in a D, congrats. Good. So, and the answer will be here in the last line. I'll just highlight the answer. So in desperation, 9 in 10 people with mental health problems find themselves spending more when they are unwell, and that is exactly what is mentioned in the option D. They spend more money. They are asking about the people who suffer from anxiety. Okay, so anxiety will be included in mental health problems also. It could be included. So the answer should be that they will end up spending more when they are feeling unwell. Okay, so right, so that is the answer. Let's move to question 5. What has a writer heard that stopped him or her in his or her tracks? So, and this is the paragraph. Please read the paragraph. I'll just give you a 1 minute to read it silently by yourselves, and then we'll discuss the answer. Okay, so let's read the paragraph together. In my work at the research charity Money and Mental Health, I have lost count of the stories I've heard that stopped me in my tracks. Mothers spending their way through months of postnatal depression, one who bought nearly 100 buggies over 4 years, a man who tried to buy a villa in a country he didn't have a visa for, convinced it would turn his life around, a young woman who found buying something online was the only way she could stop a panic attack. So she did it almost every day. A husband who felt such a burden he did buy endless presents he couldn't afford for his wife. And many of them tell us that the boxes sit in the living room unopened, unwanted, but impossible to ignore. So that is the paragraph. So now let's read the question again. What has a writer heard that stopped him or her in his or her tracks? Okay, so the mentioning of the author in his or in her tracks is in the very first sentence, right? So so let's have a look at this sentence. Okay, in my work at the research charity Money and Mental Health, I've lost count of the stories I've heard that stop me in my tracks. Okay, that is the sentence. So based on this, what do you think the answer is? I can see your answers coming in. Please put in your answers in the comment box. So Anita has given a C as answer. Amal has replied D. Logeshwari has replied C as answer. And Divya Sunil has put in D. Yeah. So please put in your answers in the comment section. So the answer to this would be option B. Large numbers of upsetting stories that make him want to stop working for the charity. That is the answer. Okay. Actually, just have a look at the first sentence. I've lost count of the stories I've heard that stop me in my tracks. Okay, so that means there are a lot of upsetting stories, okay, that is bothering the author, and he actually had to he was shocked at whatever he had gotten to know. Okay, so yes, the option would ideally be large number of upsetting stories that make him want to sorry, yeah, large Number of upsetting stories. I've heard that stop me in my track. That is a sentence that I've highlighted as the answer. Yeah. And the answer is large number of upsetting stories that left him feeling shocked. Okay. So that is the answer. Okay. But see, there are two options, A and B, which actually hint the same. Okay. But there is a slight difference. That is large number of upsetting stories. Okay. That left him feeling shocked, and that is why he stopped in his tracks. Okay, that is, he just got shocked or upset or surprised by these kind of stories that were coming along his way. But that doesn't hint that he wants to stop the charity work or anything, right? Okay, that is, it is just hinting that he just heard a lot of upsetting stories or stories. Upsetting stories, we get that kind of implication when we actually go through the stories that they have mentioned. But these stories have actually shocked him. Okay, and because of which he had it had him stop him in his or her tracks. Okay, so that is why your answer is A. And yeah, and there are actually no reference to advertisements, that is option C, and there are no reference to the option D, occasional story which have had happy endings. I don't think so there was any story which had an happy ending. They were all miserable stories or upsetting stories, okay, that they have mentioned in that paragraph, right? So, and that should be your answer. So now, moving to the next question. Yeah, and the next question is also from this paragraph that we have just read. Which of the cases below have not been recorded by the author in his or her work at the research charity? Not been recorded. Okay, so that is something to be highlighted whenever they are giving questions like not mentioned or incorrect or false or not been recorded. Okay, so please highlight that information online, that a particular information that you are supposed to find something that is not mentioned in the paragraph. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, so I'll just show you the paragraph. This is the paragraph. The sixth question is what we are discussing now. So since you have already read the paragraph, now it's easier for you to just find the correct answer. You have already read the paragraph, you know what is there and what is not there. So let's yeah, look at the options there. A depressed mother who bought 100 prams. Is it something like is that paragraph describing something about it? Yes, it is. You can see the information here. I'll highlight it in another color so that you can know the answer. So mothers, so this information is there. Mothers spending their way through months of postnatal depression. One who bought nearly 100 buggies over 4 years. 100 buggies means prams. Okay, so option A is very much there in the paragraph. And let's have a look at the second option. A husband who wanted to buy numerous presents for his wife. Okay, so is there information there? There is some information about a man who tried to buy a villa, etc. And then there is information about a young woman who find buying like something online was only way she could stop a panic attack. That information is also there. Yes, and that information is in option D, because of which A and D is almost there. So I'll just highlight that information. A young woman who was buying something online, so that she could stop a panic attack. So she did it almost every day. So that information is also there. That is option D is there. So option D is very much there. Option A is very much there. Let's have a look at the next sentence in the paragraph. A husband who felt such a burden, heated by endless presents he couldn't afford for his wife. So that should be option B or C. It's between B and C now. Okay. So they have mentioned that he couldn't afford, but he still bought presents, right? So that is mentioned in option C. A husband who believed he could elevate his stress by buying unaffordable things for his wife. So that is in this sentence here, second last sentence in that paragraph. Okay. So, and that is option C. A husband who believed he could elevate his stress by buying unaffordable things for his wife. Okay. So we are just left with option B, and which is the answer to this question. That is the option that has not been recorded in that paragraph. Okay, so congrats to everyone who has replied with the correct answer. Right, so now moving on to the next question, question number 7. Apart from the financial damage compulsive shopping can cause, the author mentions another far more devastating issue. That is a question, and please have a look at the paragraph. I'm just giving you a few seconds to read the paragraph, or a minute. Okay, so let's read the paragraph. Because buying stuff is just the first part of the cycle, next comes the guilt. People with mental health problems are far more likely to be living on a low income, and the financial damage that compulsive shopping can do is extraordinary. The boxes, or if they are actually opened, the new possessions are a constant reminder of the mistakes made. Too often, people don't return unwanted goods. Nearly half tell us that because they just want to pretend it never happened. The guilt brings their mood lower, and then buying something for a temporary buzz feels like the only way back up. So, just read the paragraph now, right? So, what do you think the answer is? Please put in your answers in the comment box. And yes, I can see answers coming in. So, let's discuss the answer. The answer is, in fact, option B, guilt. Okay, because let's look at the first part of the paragraph. Because buying stuff is just the first part of the cycle, next comes the guilt. Okay, and what is the question? Apart from the financial damage compulsive shopping can cause, which has already been discussed before, the author mentions another far more devastating issue, and that issue is guilt. That is as described or mentioned in the very first line. Okay, so and that is our answer. So now moving to the next question. What is the purpose of shopper stopper? And let's have a look at the paragraph. We have just launched a new tool, the Shopper Stopper, which is helping people to curb their nighttime shopping, in particular by allowing them to set the opening hours of online shops. But it's going to take a wider societal shift to really shake us out of these habits for good. That is the paragraph. And so, what do you think the answer is from option A, B, C, and D? Okay, so I can see answers coming in. Neetu Jose has put in A as the answer. Um, Divya Sunil has put in B. Okay, so let's just discuss the answer. So they have asked, what is the purpose of shopper stopper? Okay, so a term is introduced here called shopper stopper. Okay, so yeah, and they have defined the term as well, which is helping people to curb their nighttime shopping, in particular by allowing them to set the opening hours of online shop. So basically, they have launched this new tool called Shopper Stopper to help people to curb their nighttime shopping. Curb. So what is the meaning of the word curb? Curb means control, okay, or keep in check. Okay, it's not to stop. Okay, so that means your answer will not be or should not be B, that is to stop their time shopping. Okay, it just curb just means that to control or to keep in check. Okay, so your answer would be option A. And not B. Okay. So yes, so they are asking about the meaning of the term only. Okay, so do not, you need not go to the description of the term. So your answer should be ideally B. Okay, so and with that we have come to the end of the discussion of part C. Okay, so I hope you have understood whatever we have discussed today, and I hope you have got an idea about how to crack part C. Okay, it's not too difficult. Okay, it's very easy as you have just um, seen or in the discussion. Okay, so usually it will be in order, so the first question from the first paragraph, second from the second, and so on. So you just need to read and understand the paragraph in question. And so now it's time to wind up. So thank you for joining us. So see you next week. Take care.